that we call English to convey our ASEAN way to the global village. So it's an interesting issue. That is the request by many of the audience. So this is the reason why our program is very proud to offer this one to serve the public. And also our student of the program will also share their vision, their idea in this webinar or seminar also. So tonight we have as assistant professor Dr. Bussaba Tunthong. May you please, Dr. Bussaba, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Okay.
Welcome. Enjoy.
ค่ะค่ะสวัสดีค่ะทุกคน Hi I think I'm gonna should I speak Thai or English sorry
Must be English because your duty tonight you need to make
I
English.
have to speak English okay all right okay so I try to speak English แบบ simple English นะคะ so if you take the course in our language course of the program okay there's one clip my clip video talking about English as an ASEAN language and how can Thai okay cope with English as an ASEAN member I suggest that we use English among ASEAN partners okay whenever we use English among ASEAN partners in oral in the spoken language there's nothing much to worry okay because I think we can understand from our gesture, from the nonverbal, from the topic that we are having the conversation with or discussing with, you know. So there is no much problem with the spoken language in among ASEAN members, okay, Thai or Indonesia or Philippines. And if you watch that video for the course, I think you know a lot of strategies to deal with when you have to discuss with ASEAN partners, okay? But tonight, I'd like to focus more on English for your study, okay? When I mean English for our study, it's not just only for conversation or conversing with ASEAN members or ASEAN partners, but whenever you are in an academic program, you need to read and you need to write a lot. Okay, and the language of reading and the language of writing is pretty much the same, but not the same as spoken language. Reading and writing is like a two faces, okay, or two sides of the same coin. All right, so you need to think about English to communicate worldwide whenever you read and whenever you have to write. So you cannot just say, oh, I'm an ASEAN member, so I just use ASEAN style. There's nothing much. That's for the oral presentation. That's for oral communication. But for reading and writing, you need to know how English work in order to read a lot of subjects, a lot of disciplines that you have to deal with, a lot of textbook. But most importantly, you have to read. Most importantly, you have to read what? You have to read textbooks. And more important than textbook, you have to read journals. And you have to write papers. That means term papers or your study paper. So tonight I'm going to focus on that, okay? So I'd like to share my PowerPoint, special PowerPoint for tonight, okay? So focus on English for study success, the new normal approach. Why do I say that it is the new normal approach? Because actually it's just the same English that we have to deal with, okay, in reading and writing. And we have been studying English for at least 16 years, I guess, for about 16 years from primary school, high school, and also the higher education for your bachelor degree and your master degree, okay? So we have about a decade of knowing English, studying English, but English for study is not really the same as English that you have been taught. Okay, that's why I say it's new normal. It's nothing strange, it's nothing abnormal, it's just the new normal. Here it is. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Okay, so as I say, tonight we are focusing on academic reading and writing, okay, for the whole world, because you have to read the textbook and you have to write papers, okay? So here are the approaches of academic reading and writing. But first, I'd like you to think about how do we read? How do you read English? Okay, if you go to Smart MOOC, okay, talking about academic English, okay, in Smart MOOC clips and course, okay, you know that we have been talking about reading and writing. So how do we read? Think about yourself. How do you read English? How do you read textbook? How do you read research article? How do you read the papers? How do you read thesis? Okay, how do you read? And how do we read? I'd like you to read this sentence and tell me, okay, what does this sentence mean? Can anyone just say something? What does this sentence mean?
This policeman stopped the car.
A little bit louder, please.
And stopped the car.
Okay, all right. Thank you. Okay, just one sample. Thank you very much for your participation. So see, this is how we read. The sentence say the policeman held up his hand and stopped the car. And then you say, what does this sentence mean? Oh, the policeman stopped the car. This is how we read, okay? That's correct. It's how we read. But in fact, what do proficient readers do? I'd like you to read what in the slide. Okay, in fact, this is how proficient readers do. Okay, good. In common English, okay, common word, good readers do. What do they do? What do good readers do? They do not use every piece of information in the text. They select some parts of the text according to their current purpose. They also predict meaning and to confirm the predicted meaning by relating the reader's own knowledge, previous knowledge. So you need to bring in some background in order to understand that sentence. That is what proficient readers do. And these are from research, okay, long time ago. And it's still there. So in fact, the reader should bring some concepts, some background to the text. And the concept or the background that you bring to the text that you read are actually more important than the text itself. In order to comprehend, in order to understand, okay, why? Okay, so let's get back to the sentence. All right. The policeman held his hand and stopped the car. What does that mean? You have to ask yourself, what does that mean? Why did the policeman hold up his hand? Why did the policeman stop the car? This is what proficient readers do. They don't just read the text as sentences. They think about the text. Okay, here's the text, the letters. They think about, why did the policeman do that? Okay, that is what proficient readers do. So from theory to practice, okay, from the MOOC clip video, okay, we have been talking about top down and bottom up. So we have to use our top down and bottom up, okay. I'm not talking about our body, okay. You talk about the concept of reading, the process of reading, okay. The top down and the bottom up, okay. What is that? Before or until now, bottom up means reading, bottom up approach. When you read from the bottom up, it means that you have to recognize the letters, you have to know the word, okay? You have to extract its meaning based on the vocabulary knowledge. You have to build up meaning for a sentence by translating. This is, you bring something from the bottom up. So it means you read from details, you read from grammar point of the language. You base on the grammar point of the language. Okay? So if I can say in a short word, that bottom up means you have to know the language. You use your language knowledge, you use your linguistic knowledge to read. That was before, but it's still up until now because we are not the native language. So we need some knowledge of the language. That's fine, but we also need the top down. What does the top down mean? That's what proficient readers do. They don't use every piece of text, okay? They select some text, they guess, they predict, and they use their own background knowledge to confirm the meanings that they predict. And this is the top-down means. This we call top-down approach of reading, okay? So, and of course, we don't go to extreme to the left only or to the right only. We need to use both the top down and the bottom up. And there is another approach called interactive processing or interactive approach of reading. Okay? What is it? How? You use the bottom up mode, okay? Rely on textual information, and at the same time, you also have to use the top down mode, focusing on what is already known. That is what you need. So we use both. We don't use just the knowledge of the language, but we use our experience, our background knowledge that we have in order to understand that text. And that is what proficient readers do. Okay, they also use in the language that they have, and they also use their background knowledge of the topic of the text. So whenever you read something, you need to have some background. Okay, when you have some background and you read it to gain more understanding. Understanding is what you gain, and that is a kind of knowledge that people expect from you when you study at the graduate level. They don't expect the information from the book that you read, but they expect that your knowledge, your experience, your background in your life, your background in your profession, okay? You bring those background into the text that you read and think about what you understand based on your background. Okay, not only based on the vocabulary in the text. All right, that is interactive processing's approach of reading. So what's still needed? This is it. Reader as an active participant, you need to be an active reader. What does it mean? อาจารย์ไอวิ่งไปด้วยออกกำลังไปด้วยแล้วก็ไอก็รีดไปด้วย active มาก no okay. Active participant means you use both top down, okay, and also bottom up, okay, and then you have to have some motivation to read, okay. You have self-motivation to read, not just it's a homework to read, so I read, okay? That's not active participant, okay? And as an active participant, you would try to create connection between the text that you face in front of you, okay? And the world that you know about the language, and also the world that you know about that topic. Thai student, okay, I would like to give some example from my experience. Thai students always think that they know nothing about that. That's why they read the textbook. No. As a graduate student, you know a lot before you coming here, okay? And you have been interested in the topic that you want to. That's why you want to further your graduate study. That is what we call active reader. You use that, you connect it. You connect it what you want to read, okay? You connect it to the course. And I think, and I know that you're doing this, okay? So I'd like to conclude a little bit about reading, okay? That is, reading is a psycholinguistic guessing game. Writing is a DAO, you got to DAO, okay? You got to DAO by using your knowledge that you have before and after reading it, and DAO it, okay? Not do it. คำว่าดูคือภาษาไทยนะคะ you only do the text and you do the dig okay and then you go translate. That's only the bottom up. You need the top down, okay? You need the experience and you need a lot of top down, okay? So you have to interact between the text and you. That means you come to the text, you try to understand the text from what you understand, not from what you can translate and open the dictionary. That's not reading, okay? That is not even translator. Translator ก็ไม่ได้แปลจาก dictionary นะคะ โอเคですかนะคะไปต่อ All right, so top down, good readers do a lot of top down approach of reading. They look at the title and then they infer, they infer what information might follow. Okay, you look at the topic and then you think, hey, what am I going to read? Hey, I want to know about this. Hey, and I know about this. Okay, I know about this and that, and I want to know what the text gonna give me. That's what you gotta do. That is, you are using your top down. You look at the title, you look at the subheading, you look at the transitional words. What are those transitional words? Something like however, unfortunately, something like that. Yet, nevertheless, okay? Those kind of text features, you got to feel it. Okay, so you read for meaning. You concentrate on constructing meaning. Meaning means understanding, and you use your world knowledge because, you know, you have been here, you have been born in the world for how long? You know the lot of the world knowledge, okay, about that topic. What else that you can do with your top down? Okay, of course, you need to know some words, understand some phrase and clause. I don't really care if you know what is a clause, is a phrase, okay? I don't really care, okay? But you have to recognize, you have to read in words, in groups of words, not word by word. You can identify the grammatical functions of the word. Oh, that's tense. Oh, that's adjective. So what? Okay, you know that, that's fine. You need to analyze unfamiliar words, okay, by using your background from your high school, from your undergrad, okay, the prefix, suffix, something like that, the common vocabulary, okay. You can analyze those unfamiliar words and you can analyze by the context of the text that you read. And most important, you summarize. You paraphrase, The proficient readers, the good readers, they read and then they summarize in their own words. They don't copy and paste. Okay? They don't copy and they paste. No. That's plagiarize. สมัยนี้ plagiarize is wrong. You are committing academic suicide. You กำลังฆ่าตัวตายทางวิชาการ if you ไป copy and paste. So you read to write. What does that mean? You summarize it in your own words. You paraphrase it. And since we have two languages to rely on, I think we are having something that God give us that we have two language so we can summarize in Thai first ก็ได้ or you can just paraphrase in Thai ก็ได้นะคะเวลาเร่งเข้ามาแล้วนะคะเราไปแค่ reading เองไปตามนี้นะจ๊ะที่รัก okay you can just read the PowerPoint. Yes,
you have a flexible time. Yeah.
Okay ครับผม so just guess, okay? These are what good readers do,นะคะ I think we're gonna leave this PowerPoint there, ใช่ไหมคะ All right. I want to go to the conclusion of what I'm going to say. The first conclusion. Extensive reading. What does it mean? Read regularly. Read every day regularly. Okay, bit by bit. Okay, do not read the text because you do homework. You read because, oh, I want to know this something. I want to know what people think. Okay, you need the skills and strategies. Okay, how to read top down, bottom up. You need comprehension question. That is, you need to have your own questions before you read. Grammar, translation. This is what we have been taught for a decade. Okay, so what you need is here. All right, let's go to the writing. Good readers. Okay, what about writing? Academic writing. Academic writing is rhetorical. What does that mean? Rhetorical means you have to write for the readers. You don't write for the teacher. Okay, desu ka? Write for the readers, not the teachers. Write not as an assignment. Write because you want to tell the reader what you know and what you think about that. Don't write for the exam. Write for the readers. And you need to think about this when you write. You think about A, P, O, S, F, P. What is that? You think about, let's guess. Yeah.
Purpose,
Purpose.
organization.
Yeah.
นี่อะไรอ่ะ
Style.
style,
Yeah. What else? Flow.
flow,
And
penetration เหรอ
yeah, I don't know. Let's see. I don't even remember everything. Presentation. At last, we read, then we have to present what we read, what we think. In fact, we have to present what we think, what we understand, not present what we read. Okay, desu ka? That is what academic writing for. All right? ใส่อารมณ์นิดนึงนะคะไม่รู้เป็นไรนะคะเป็นดราม่า and for whom were this written think ให้ดีบอกแล้วว่าไม่ใช่เขียนให้ครู not professor who's your audience okay and think before you write who is my audience for whom am I going to write for okay not a teacher what type of audience academic general, layman, you know, okay, student, family, okay. So what do you know about the audience background knowledge? Your audience is all those academic community. Can you answer this question? If the audience know less than you, which strategic purpose should you write? Should you use? เห็นไหมคะ Did you see? If your audience know less than you, you จะต้องมี purpose อย่างไร So if no less than, you can, oh, I'm gonna give information. Yes. I'm gonna instruct. Yes, because they know less than you. But if they know more than you, what can you do? Okay? You have experience. Think about that. Intelligence, maybe not, okay, and also ASEAN student very humble. They think that they know nothing. In fact, they know,นะคะ In fact, you know. All right. Organization, structure, format, patterns of writing, organization of idea, especially the research article and paper. You need to know the structure. You need to know the organizations of idea. How do they write? That's what you need to understand and to know. So you want to give a lecture, or you want to write a research article, or you want to go for the conference presentation. The style of presentation, there are only 3 styles: formal, informal, semi-formal. Think about that, okay, when you write. And a few academic language style, vocabulary shift. Don't use oral language. Don't say look at. Don't say build up. You can say by yourself as the first draft, the second draft. But if you got to submit the paper, shift all the vocabulary into the formal style of language. And I think you know, okay? I think you know a lot of vocabulary. From some of us who send me the papers, I think your English is great. Okay, but you think about tonight what you still need. Okay. The second thing, okay, talking about the academic language style. We don't say good, for example, we say a considerable progress. Okay, we don't say a lot of, we say numerous projects, for example. Okay, this guy? Uh-huh. I think you know, and you need to know a lot of adverbs, and you need to know when to use active, passive. When to use active, I think you know. When to use passive, I think you don't know. You know that you use the passive in the exam. That's not for academic language style. Okay, when you write, you do not do an exam. You write for the reader. Formal grammar, I think you know. Negative form, you know. Flow, what does it mean? You need to write with clear connection or transitions of idea that helps the reader to read smoothly. You ask yourself, okay, whether the reader can read it smoothly or not. Don't be selfish. Oh no, don't be egoism นะคะ Ego means my writing is good. Why don't you understand? Okay, nobody understand. Think about this. You write until they understand. You know.
Yes.
Okay, position yourself. ASEAN people, ASEAN students, especially Thai students, don't position themselves. What do I mean? They position themselves as I am as a student, อาจารย์ you feed me, you tell me. When you are graduate student, you are not student. You are a knowledgeable person. So you have to position yourself. Ask yourself, who am I when you write something? Who am I? Who am I for the reader? You know more or you know less? Okay. When you decide to write something, you gotta know, you gotta think that you know more the reader, and you want the reader to know as much as you know. That you gotta position yourself like that. Okay. You can be humble, but do not aggressive like my voice, Naka. Okay. All right. Academic community, you have to think about academic community นั่นก็คือ academic requirement. You require to อะไรคะ What do you require? Research abstract, you got to do research, you got to write research article for publication. These are the two requirements that you have to deal with whenever you study at the graduate level these days, especially these days. So I would recommend you, okay, to gain more knowledge in any way, okay, about writing research abstract and writing research article for publication. And I think Ajahn Dr. Gamonrat have some good news about this, right? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So after this, we're gonna share and discuss later. Okay. And I'd like to finish, okay, my aggressive presentation. No, it's not aggressive. It's my style, นะคะ And these are the references, นะคะ I'm not only talking by myself, นะคะ All right. This is just a part of what I present today. So I present because I read a lot, and then I present it in a PowerPoint, and I can write a research article from this PowerPoint later. Okay. ขอบคุณนะคะ for all participation and all listeners. I think you gain a lot, and let's think about what I said and evaluate yourself and think about your weak point and strong point. What's left to do as your job? Okay. Thank you.
Great. It's absolutely great. Thank you so much. I cannot say that is aggressive presentation. You mentioned that to have a professional English, you must have the motivation, right?
Yeah.
Motivation. So I think that we should say that your presentation tonight is not aggressive, it's motivated presentation. I think that all the audience agree with me. And then for tonight, I think that we have a very great time. And then we always saying that among the ASEAN community, we need to have our own ASEAN way. We need to have our own ASEAN speak. So this is the reason why our program is really need to produce a communicator that know how to be our own positioning. Who we are ASEAN citizen. We have our own root and soul and heart and context, right? But ASEAN alone, it cannot walk alone. Like some of the best-seller books saying that no man is an island. No man is an island. We need to walk along with the other region of the world. We are in the global village. So this is the reason why even though ASEAN is, we have our own Bahasa, we have our own languages, but we need to walk along with the others region. So this is the reason why we need to make our English workable to convey our ASEAN story, to convey our ASEAN pride to the world. So I think that we also have some idea from Ajahn Dalalat. Please, you might have some idea. Please, Ajahn Dalalat, before we finish the live session and enter to our room. Please.
Thank you very much. I just have like a small point to support what Ajahn Bussaba mentioned regarding the plagiarism. Because for the academic level, plagiarism is very important issue. Is during when you're preparing your writing or concept paper or dissertation, whatever, it's fine that you want to reference something, but it's not fine if you just copy like a paragraph or something from other books and then pretend that it's yours. Because right, I think nowadays with the technology, it's very easy to check whether your writing is original or not. So this is very serious issue within the academic community. So try to avoid that. This is very important. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you so much. Because in this today world, we cannot avoid any kinds of we have whatever we do or whatever we call is digital footprint, right? So even though sometimes we also forgot that we plagiarism ourselves, right? So this is kind of details that sometimes we also cannot realize that what we do is correct or not, kind of that. So tonight it's just a little bit of, is I could say that it's just a piece of knowledge that Dr. Bussaba shared with you tonight. Actually, for the workable or the professional English, we need a lot of time. It takes time, skill, and knowledge. So if you need more detail to practice yourself, I think Ajahn Bussaba have some course to share with you. Ajahn, would you like to share something about the course on screen, please?
Okay, you open the door for me.
Yep.
All right, we are having sessions, okay, an online course, I would say, an online course, okay, with writing abstract, all right, and it's also a good start for you if you are a graduate student and you have to start writing something. And if you start writing your dissertation, your thesis, your paper, if you can write an abstract, if you know how to write an abstract from this online course, then that is a very good beginning, a good start for writing the whole paper. Okay? And if you also have draft already, if you have draft for your thesis, for your dissertation, and you have draft it, you can come for the abstract writing course, and then you can check, and then you can see your weak points and strong point, and you can improve it and revise it by yourself. That's what I believe. If you already have an English draft, you can do a lot, okay, by taking the abstract writing course online. Okay, thank you.
Well, also this is the very intensive course, and also we also have the paper course, the course for paper writing, and then we also our program is also provide you a free course that Dr. Bussaba has done it in the last few years back. Dr. Bussaba, would you like to talk about that a bit? the MOOC course that you used to do it.
I see. We have academic English in Smart MOOC. Okay, the video clips, but it's not just the clips like a YouTube. It's the whole course talking about academic reading and academic writing, and it's free. I'd like you to go to Smart MOOC platform. Is that what they call? I don't know. But if you key in Smart MOOC, okay, you Google search the word Smart MOOC and academic English, and then I think you reach it. You read those two courses easily, and it's free. It's online, and it's free, and it's in Thai.
Yeah, thank you. But what the difference from this one? The difference from this one is that one is about 7 years back, and then for this new one is it's kind of the interaction course that we use both physical and online interaction, and then also the private tutoring that Dr. Bussaba will provide you all. So if in case that you might want to know more about how to make your English to be more workable or to be more professional, so just follow this, right? Okay, so tonight, yes, Dr. Bussaba, your last word for tonight before we jumping into our class, please.
The new courses, these two new courses is very new, and I think it's gonna give you a lot of practical, okay, practical consult, because you can just draft and practice with me, okay, one by one, okay, online, and that's what's the difference between this year, this course, and the course many years ago back, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hope to
So-
see you.
Yeah, Ajahn, please.
Just a small question about the Smart MOOC. Apart from the English course, other courses is like in Thai, or is also in English, where students, or I mean those who are interested but from non-Thai speakers can also learn. Maybe you can explain a little bit. Yeah.
This is in Thai.
In Thai.
Because at the beginning we try to facilitate the Thai student to be more firm to jump into the international program. So Dr. Bussaba provide in Thai, but for this one she tried to make it kind of bilingual. So that if you are the non-Thai, you also take a class of this. Yes. It sounds interesting. We have a lot of requests from all the students and even the young lecturer. So that's why our program try to make it happen. So let's see how it's work.
Yeah.
So I think that before we leave the live webinar or seminar tonight, I would like to use the words of Dr. Bussaba saying that to be the professional English user, you need to positioning yourself. First, you are the ASEAN citizen who have a very professional knowledge to share the world. Then you use English to convey your knowledge, to convey your ASEAN identity. We are very proud that our program is be a part of the Thai society to make it happen, to build up the Thai citizen to be the smart ASEAN citizen. So we would like to say that we are very happy and proud to be a part of you all. Bye bye. And then see you again next Sunday. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, then we jump into our class, the live session gone. So we come to the real situation. Talk about assignment.
Okay.
So
First,
assignment.
okay, talk about assignment. Okay, first, I'd like you to evaluate yourself. Okay, I've got a very good three pieces of writing, and I think it's good. Okay, but still, I consider it just the first draft. So I'd like you to think about my today presentation, and let's see whether you can share or discuss some points. Evaluate your own writing, what you can improve, okay, and share some things that you think you want to tell me, or and other questions. Okay, let's start by anybody.
Yeah, a little bit first. So I think that is a good idea because since the live seminar we got a very limited time. So just feedback from that session first, and then we jump to the assignment. Okay, go ahead. Sushat, today is your topic because you are the translator. Albert, you are the first one, right? You look happy tonight. Okay, start. No voice, no voice, no voice.
It's mute.
Hello. Why quiet? At first,
Hello.
talking about your reading strategy before you write. Can you talk about your reading strategy?
I will read it until I understand all text and I translate. So I translate and I write it later.
Okay, so after you finish listening to my short presentation, so can you just evaluate yourself, criticize yourself, or appraise yourself? Okay.
I think I am a bottom-up leader. So I fix on something like grammar, vocabulary. So I think it is not cover all aspect that a good leader have to do it.
Right. Yes, you're correct. So you know what you gotta do, right?
Yes.
So what are you going to do?
I have to increase my background knowledge. I have to read a lot of article and newspaper, something like that.
How are you going to read? How? You're gonna read word by word and translate again?
No, I have to guess it a lot. Yes.
Okay.
I have to predict the text that it going to be.
My top secret is read what you know in Thai. Okay, you know a lot in Thai, and then read what you already know in Thai. What you already know in Thai is your background knowledge that you can bring to the text. That make you understand more and be critical when reading. Okay, that helps a lot. Okay, next please.
For example, like what you know in Thai, what you already know in Thai, like the COVID-19, right? You already know the statistic each day, you know the context, and then you can predict or guess what will be the English text about. Is that what you mean? Yeah. Okay, great. Okay. Okay, next please. Connie, how are you? How about you?
I love the way that the Ajahn Bussaba taught. It's fun. It's not boring.
Did I sound like angry?
No.
No. Okay, good. So, the same questions as I want you to share the same as Susha. Talking about your own reading strategy, your writing, okay? Share some idea, evaluate your weak point, strong point, Let's start about how you read.
I read abstract first, and I find the meaning of vocab every word.
That's Boran. That's a very Boran.
Yes,
you still use it, but try to reduce that. Increase the top down. Okay, increase the top down strategies, and that will help you read a lot and be critical in reading and writing. Your thought will come when you use top down. When you use bottom up, your thought cannot come because you shut it down. Okay, and you focus on the grammar and the dictionary. That's why you cannot think. Okay, they say Thai people, Thai students do not answer, do not share, do not think, cannot discuss because you look at the bottom up side of reading and writing only. Okay, you don't look at the whole world. You know, there's a lot. Okay, and what are you going to do with your own reading and writing, Kun Ganganok?
What I am going to do?
Yeah. But I read your writing. Very good. I like it. Admirable. Yes,
Okay.
very good. Uh-huh. Can you
It's
elaborate?
concise. It's concise, right? Concise the writing.
Mm-hmm.
It make to the point in
Yeah.
what you want to say. Yeah.
Yes. And it can develop this kind of organization of idea. You can develop it as a paper or as an abstract later on, you know, if you know how to structure the research abstract. But I think I can understand it. I think I get something from you. I get the point, you know. Very good. What else do you think you need to do for
I need,
yourself? Yeah.
I am not good in writing, academic writing.
Don't say that. You are very good. You are very good. Don't say that. I don't like Thai student to be, oh, I can, you know. Oh, I don't believe that. Okay. Good is good. Good is good. You're great. Your writing is great. Make it better. How can you make it better? Your own writing. Kun Kanganok. How can you make it better?
I'm interested in of your academic course.
I see. If you already have some draft, okay, and then when you follow my intensive course, okay, I think you can develop an abstract, your research abstract, and also the whole paper later on, because you guys, you are smart, I believe. ถ้าไม่ smart นี่คงไม่มา take course ได้ในระดับนี้นะคะ you smart, okay, so don't look down yourself, okay, don't look down yourself, you smart, okay. Thank you ค่ะ take your time. How about คุณวรา คุณวรา
Teachers, your
Yeah.
class is
just call me
very
Ajahn
fun,
Bush.
very fun and interesting, but you look like an inspector that make me nervous.
Look like inspector. What do you mean? I'm not an inspector. I'm what? I'm a commentator of the reality show. Ha ha ha.
Something like
Okay.
that. That
Yeah.
your speech, you make motivation to the student that I appreciate with your course. And
Okay.
about my homework, I think
Uh-huh.
before I write the text, I think I have messy idea
Mm-hmm.
to intensity and middle and finally is like a massive idea. Some sentence is messy is the same sentence but in the another paragraph that is makes the reader messy and confused about that.
Why?
When we think in Thai language and then we write in English language,
Mm-hmm.
it's different. It's different.
That's why don't think in Thai, think in English.
Yes.
My top secret. When you think, if you want to think in English, you just, whenever you wake up, okay, you have some coffee, and after that, you read something in English, and then you write in English, you know. Yes, and your English will come. Yeah, believe me, you know, when you listen to a song, then you can sing that song, Chaimeka. Same thing in the morning. The first thing in the morning, if you listen to some song, then the whole day you sing that song in your mind. It's just the same technique. Read everything in English. After reading, close your eyes and then write in English. If you cannot write right now, there is no pen. You just speak it out, you know, in English what you read. That's it. That's the way to think in English. Okay.
The second weakness is is a formal vocabulary. Is a formal words. It is like we like to like the formal word, but we don't know what is the similar meaning.
Yeah, I know that you got to go for. You have to go for. If I would say you have to go. You go back to the sentence structures and also some vocabulary from context. If you read every day, okay, and you guess, practice guessing from what you read. Read what you like. อ่านที่ชอบ don't อ่าน okay don't ไปที่ชอบ okay อ่านที่ชอบ and no dictionary, then you know a lot. My technique, top secret again. My technique, read newspaper every day. Read newspaper every day. Don't open the dick. Read every category of news. Only the headline, you get a lot of new word from the context. You don't need to go for how to guess from context. You read and guess. Just do it. Do it. Do it.
And can I add a little bit? Sometimes I feel like this is just from my experience. The synonym antonym, there is the dictionary synonym antonym. Sometimes it's useful as well, because for example, like often I say eat, right? But when we write and like our readers is, let's say, academic people, and there is another terms that we can use, for example, like a consume. It looks much better. So often, like I find what would be like the similar terms, similar meanings of that word that I would like to convey. So it helps as well. Yeah.
So the best source of vocabulary, okay, is read the papers. Read the research paper and read the easy, simple research paper. Don't go for those who are so great, okay? Don't go for the great writer. They are too complicated. It's the same topic. This guy write this way, I understand. So I read the other guys. And then you will learn a lot of vocabulary. That is what I mean, learning vocabulary from context. You talk about engineer, you read news about engineer. Okay, you read anything that is easy to understand, and then you will gain a lot of vocabulary. You don't need synonym, antonym. You don't need to right click, okay? Don't need that, okay? Because it looks too high, so even though it looks high so in Thai, but for Farang, they said, what is that? I don't understand. Okay? So the vocabulary should be learned from context. All right? Not from the dictionary.
Yes.
Okay? If you learn from the dictionary, that's for the language teacher. The language teacher should learn the word from the dictionary and know every word in the dictionary. Okay? But you don't. You know a lot of things about your topic, okay? About your profession, you know. If you know a lot of words in your field, you're good enough. And I think you're greater than language teacher,นะคะ. I know nothing about your work,นะคะ. I just know adjective, adverb, tense, okay? Sentence, all right? But I know nothing about what you have written. But I learned a lot from what you have written to me. I learned about engineering. I learned about nursing something, the topic, okay? And I learn about, you talk about COVID something, somebody, 3 topics. I learn from your writing, okay? And they want to learn from your writing. Academic readers want to learn from you. They don't want to know anything from you because they know a lot from you. They know a lot better than you, ใช่ไหมคะ? In terms of the knowledge. But they don't know what people know, okay, about that topic. Okay, they need you. That's why the community, that's why they need graduate students, because they want graduate students to be their assistant researcher. Actually, you know, you are assistant researcher. If you go to if you have a very good professor, Okay, the professor will depend on you actually. So you are now like a research assistant. They want to learn from you. They want to know what you know. They want to know the point that they don't know. Position yourself as that. Okay, as an assistant researcher. Don't position yourself as student anymore. Okay. นะคะ so คุณวรา
Yes.
can you do it?
Yes, I can do it.
You can do it. Okay. If you keep worrying about it, so keep worrying นะคะ nobody cares. Think about that. Whenever we keep worrying, whenever we are took, whenever we have took, nobody cares. So don't back took. Okay. All right. Just do it and keep walking. Okay. 2 ยี่ห้อนี้พอ Thank you.
Okay, keep walking right.
ค่ะ Just do it and keep walking. Okay, อาจารย์กมลรัตน์ Am I speak too much? Do I speak too much tonight?
Yes. So the Ajahn, would you like to comment a bit more in each paper, or that's already all?
That's already all first because I think they know how to improve it. I would like to see your next draft or your next paper. And I will tell you what you still need. Okay? Here is just the first draft. It's just kind of a pretest. If you want to think of the exam, it's a kind of pretest. I want to know what you know and what you don't know. And I want you to know what you know and what you don't know.
Yeah.
Okay? If you know what you know, if you know what you don't know, that's great. And not only know นะคะ and do it and make it better and better and better.
And then I think that among the 3 articles, I found out that the article from Kunwala is quite clear. I mean, in the sake of because you are doing what Ajahn But said, that you write, you think in your own job, in your own track, in your own career. So meaning that your positioning is very clear, and then your context, your boundary is in that field. That make the article is very clear. And then also like Connie also her interest is in kinds of nursing migration among the ASEAN member countries. That's great. But what I would like to consult Ajahn But also, because this 2 paper has one difference is Kunwala article has add up clarified pictures, right? And then Connie has none. What is your suggestion? What is the difference to have photo and no photos? Have that.
Why do you have photo? You gotta tell me. Why do you have photo in your paper?
Because I think photo makes the reader easy to understand how I write things, how I would like to communicate with them.
If you think that way, so you don't need to write. You know, you can use the photo to support your thought, not just hey, you look at the photo, you look at the graph, then you know you have to write something in order to lead to the photo. Okay, you write to lead to the photo, and you use the photo to point out what you think, but don't use the photo as an information or as a repetition of what you say, or as something that will draw interest now. Okay, desu ka? Yeah, your topic is very good. I like it. I also have some interest in our Thai politics too, along the border. Okay, yeah, but it's a bit too long. It's a bit too long at the very first. Too long. Okay. That's the Thai style. The Thai style like to intro and home rong a very long. Okay, and the พระเอก and นางเอก come at ตี 1 Okay, they start at 2 ทุ่ม Okay, your style is still like that นะคะถ้าจะคอมเมนต์ถึงสไตล์การเขียนนะเรื่องคอนเทนต์เนี่ยข้าพเจ้ายกให้ท่าน I can okay but I can say that I know what you are going to say but it's a bit too long at the very beginning it's too long okay about the nursing shortage, I like it very much. Okay, but it still seems to me that you are still. I'm a commentator right now. A bit repetitive. Okay, but you have the point. I like it. I know what you are going to say. Okay, but what you have been saying, it's kind of repetitive again and again and again. So you can make it clearer. Okay, make it short. Thai student think that I don't know, but from my experience, I think that short is not good, long is look good. It gotta be long. No, okay. If it's gotta be long, it's gotta be long because of the structure of the paper that you need to do something in order to be long, but not just I'd like to make it long. I'd like to write longer now. Okay, there must be some reason. That is, there should be a lot of supporting points. But if your supporting point is quite repetitive, just get rid of it. Otherwise, it's gonna be too bored that keep saying the same thing or same details. Okay, all right. And the other paper, you can show me, Ajahn. Thank you.
For this paper, I would like to ask Connie that this is the paper that you wrote it all by yourself or you adjust or you apply? Connie.
Sorry.
This paper is you totally or 100% you write it by your own, or you just apply some, or you just pick it up from the others.
I pick it up and I apply by myself.
Oh, you applied it.
Yes.
So meaning that you apply how much percentage that you apply. For example, like for a decade, there is a short test. For example, this one. I don't know that if I were the leaders in this particular field, I feel that no short test. I don't agree with you, kind of that. So meaning that you need to have the evidence to show that yes, is this exactly a short test of the nursing or kind of that, right? So meaning that the paper is very concise, but is no backup evidence or, for example, like statistic to show that it's very short test of nursing or kind of that, right? So Ajahn Bussaba, would you like to add up this kind of point? Because
we have to understand why she read it this way. Okay, what she think, who's the audience, as I say. Who your audience, okay, what's the purpose? How would you position yourself in order to write this? But when you say you adapt it, that's, I gotta call you are writing, if you are writing academic paper, okay, if you think it's academic paper, okay, you want to write academic, you need the references. You need the references to be an academic papers or academic essay, okay? But the way you write it sounds like just general essay. It's from your thought, but in fact, it's not from thought. As Ajahn Kamal say, you need some references. So it's gonna be academic essay.
Yeah, I think the way she add the reference is at the bottom, but still you need the reference in the text as well.
Yeah. So that's another point of academic writing, I focus on how to write, but there is academic format that you need to know. For example, how to cite, okay, those authors. You need a special session on how to cite and how to reference in an academic paper. That's another feature of academic writing.
Yeah, but I think that at the beginning, I agree with Dr. Bussaba that is very good start, but a lot more detail to fix up, right? Yeah, kinds of, especially about the cited or the references. Okay.
Is there any like a writing style that SUOU using or providing the student as a guide?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, they just use the general style, but the reference citation is also the global standard, like APA 6 edition that they use it. Yeah.
That's what they should know. They should know the style is at APA, which version. I
Six
think if
version.
you go to
Yeah.
the graduate school website,
Yeah.
graduate school website should provide
Yeah.
all this kind of citations and referencing.
Yeah. This one we will post it in our resources. Okay. So the
Okay.
last one is Suchat. Suchat, or you would like to say something about your article for Dr. Bussaba, please? What is
About
it about?
politics.
I think we all have to paraphrase.
Yeah. Good.
Paraphrase is very good for rewriting something that we don't know much.
Okay, Suchat, I tell you, and I tell you all, if you think that you need a paraphrase, and paraphrase is not an easy skill, okay?
Yes.
The technique is you have to write in your own words in Thai first. If you write in your own words in Thai, then you can translate your Thai into English, and you will have no plagiarism. Okay? To avoid plagiarism for Thai students who are not good at language. You write in Thai first. You think in Thai. You write in Thai, and then you ask yourself, and then you translate yourself into English. Don't look at the book. Throw it away. Keep it away. Okay. After finish reading, that's why I say, when you read something, after you finish it, close your eye and ask yourself, hey, what the idea that I get? And then you write it down, either in Thai or in English. That way, okay? And that way will help you not to copy their language, because Thai students thought that what they wrote is very good already. So why should I rewrite in a bad English? Don't think like that. You have your own writing style. You think about the style, okay? We academic writing is not just SVO, I love you, okay? So people in academic community, they don't believe that if we think the same, we will write the same. No. Okay, we have our personality, our style, our identity, our own thought, and our own experience to present the idea, even though it looks like the same, but we present it our own way. And if you are not confident in English writing, you write in Thai first. Okay? Even though it takes time, but it's good because some of my students use this technique, and also those students who I have interviewed when they study in Australia. I met a few of them, and they said, oh, I write it in Thai first in order to avoid plagiarism, and then I translate it into English. That's another technique that you can do. All right?
Thank you very much.
ค่ะ
For
อา
my
จารย์รัฐว่ายังไงบ้างไหมคะ
for my idea, I think for my idea, I think that your article is quite informative, because you have read up some of the statistics and some evidence to back up that, is this some evidence that you have studied. Then the readers seem to believe, because you have some statistics, you have some details, but you observe that is no citation at all, right? So this is, yes, as we agree with Ajahn Butt, that is only the first draft, because in details of academic writing, we need to have a lot of detail. For example, like first they will give you the format, they will give you the number of words, they will give you the reference citation style, kind of that. So I think that at this stage, it is very great already. Yeah, very good start. But what we concern much is about the plagiarism. So I think that might be another topic that we might need to talk about this one again. Yes. Yep. Okay. Good point, right? Yeah. Okay, Chandalalat, you want something else?
Just yeah, just want to ask in terms of the APA, do they have access to like that book via the library or online access, or they how can they access to that APA?
I think that is very available, so we can put it in our resources in our page and website. So
Uh-huh.
APA's the latest edition is sixth one.
7.
Yeah, 7, right? Okay. So
Yeah, yeah. I saw it's available in the Kinokuniya bookshop, but like for the student, I'm not sure whether we provide like a free access to the student.
yeah, I think that there is a very tangible example, so not that difficult to follow. Yeah, have that. Okay, so I think that Jan Bussaba, please, we will let you go. Before you leaving, I would like you to say something to our student, and then the student happy with you very much, and I comfort them that you will not be away. You will be with our program for long, right? Forever. So say something, please, before you leave for your bedroom.
Okay. Well, just what you get from tonight, okay? That's the heart of reading and writing for a graduate student. Okay? Whenever you feel lost, you come back to my presentation tonight, and then you know, that's the way to deal with it. Now you have the way to deal with it. I would say you have a book of a how to, okay? You just only do it, and just do it and keep going, ka. Thank you very much. I will see your drafts, okay? I will see all your drafts later, okay?
Your
Hope to
last
see you
word.
improve it, ka.
Your last word might be saying that think in English, dream in English, read English, write English,
Okay.
and
I
make
hope you read something in the morning. The first thing you read in the morning is in English, okay? That's it.
okay,
Okay.
great.
ค่ะ สวัสดี
Thank
ค่ะ
you so much. สวัสดีค่ะ
ค่ะสวัสดีค่ะ
Yeah, yeah, okay. So it's come to our small group again. So I would like to say that, like Ajandalala say, it's just a good point that sometimes we exactly would like to build up our language to be more formal. The technique that I use is like Ajandalala said, that a synonym, right? They have, for example, can you show me some example, like look at, observe, kind
Yeah.
of that. The level of formal will be up like that. So I think that this is the technique and fast track to do that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then another technique is whatever they are talking, like the agenda setting, or the what to call it, the talk of the town. Let me know, Albert, what is the talk of the town today? Yes,
Talk of the
COVID-19,
town.
right? Yes. What else? Chaos in America now, right? Yes. What else? Like, for example, like the chaos in America now. What's up? A lot of translation, a lot of story in many languages, and then you all know. Then the duty of you, the fast track, is we just follow, because we have already the fundamental information and knowledge about that. Then we just follow that, and then we can use that. Ajahn Buddh saying that what she say, psycholinguistic guessing game. Make it as a game, guessing game. We guess, oh, Trump saying like that. You saw yesterday that Trump make a speech without a mask, and then there is some translation immediately in many languages globally. So we understood in kind of the non-verbal communication also, right? Kind of that. So I think that tonight we got a lot of keywords, psycholinguistic guessing game, and then in the field of communication, we use kind of decoding, right? In the message or in the article, like Kunwala article, you have encode a lot of information in that. You encode a lot of political security, national security, and then a lot of words, a lot of idea you encode in that one. And then the duty of the reader, we have to decode it. kind of that. So this is another technical term of the academic reading, writing. And another one is I think that among you all, reading, writing, and speaking in the informal way, we are all done, well done in informal way. But once we are the graduate student, they need formal way. So that's why we have tonight session, right? And you know, Ajahn Dalalat is very keen in this way. Ajahn Dalalat, would you like to share with us that at the beginning you are also a very beginner like three of us?
Yeah.
And then what is the technique that you use up to be the professional one now?
Yeah, because normally, like I just graduated here in Thailand. I never been studied abroad. But then I think because of the work as well, that it forced me to be able to use English. So I have to speak English every day. And especially like my job as a communication specialist, when you prepare the press release, the communication strategy, everything is in English. And each organization that I'm working with, they have different writing style. For example, like USAID is American government agency. They will follow AP, Associated Press writing style. It would be, for example, May 7 instead of 7 May, or Z instead of S, for example. And all these things that I have to learn and adjust myself. So every time I write, I have to follow that. And then for this one, the agency that I'm working with, they have another writing style. They also use APA, right? So I have to adjust that and follow their writing style because it's different organization. But one thing that is not a trick or anything at all. The very simple way to improve your English is use it. Just use it. Don't care if you use wrong grammar, because the native English speaker, they will understand you anyway. And the more you use it, the more you read, the more you speak, you will get, it means that you are getting yourself familiar with the language. So through time, your ability to use English will be better and better. Yeah, I still have to practice nowadays. I still have to do that.
So you need to keep practicing with any kinds of reading and kind of
because like in my work, I have to write different kinds of pieces. For example, like articles, press release, which is each piece is for different audience. Press release is basically for the journalists. So how we want to communicate to the journalists. All the jargons, the term jargon, like the technical term, the term that we just use within our business, but other people, they don't know about it, right? So we have to avoid that because journalists also don't know. Avoid the jargon. Use simple language, straight to the point, clear, precise, concise, all these things, we have to really consider that. But if it's come to, for example, like a writing annual reports, so you have to list everything, explain why you did that and whether the activity is successful or not, if not why. So that is different kind of writing. And academic writing is another story. And again, every time I will emphasize that plagiarism is very, very serious issue nowadays. In the past, it's maybe okay. We like that kind of paragraph. It's really like what we want to say. It's just that paragraph, and then we took it and put it in our paper. Long time ago, we might be able to do that, but nowadays, no, you can't. And your paper, people can check, and it's very easy because there's software to check the papers whether there is any plagiarism in your paper or not. So please be careful about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just practice, use it, write it. You can write to me, write to Ajahn Kamonrat if you want to practice. We read everything you write and try the comments. Yeah. And I think another important point for the academic writing, and particularly for the master degree student, it would be like a analytical skills. You have to be able to analyze whatever information that you read, and you want to talk about it, and then put your own thinking into that. Yeah.
Okay. You look so serious, huh? Everyone.
But it will be fun. That's why we are here together, because we want to improve ourselves, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, there is a technique, like Ajahn was saying, that just read whatever in your way,
Yeah.
in your track, in your boundary. That's it. And then once you are in your kingdom, in your context, in your boundary, you will see lots of technical term, lots of jargon, and then you totally understand it. For example, like COVID-19. COVID-19 is a jargon, right? But if you want to use a jargon because it is a must to use it, you can explain it, kind of that. Sometimes the jargon might be a little bit charming, sometimes to make people curious.
Yeah, we call it buzzwords as well.
Kind of that.
Buzzword.
Yeah. So I think that if you keep reading a lot, then it will be automatically, you can analyze it. Because it's kind of consensus, ตกผลึก consensus. You read it, and then consensus, and then you will automatically, wow, I think that might be this way. The analytical skill will be automatically come. And then I compare to my young age as you and my old age now.
Still young.
I think that the writing, reading, especially writing, is very easy now. What is the reason? Because right now the people, always globally, people love kind of like the robotic style. For example, whatever they want you to write, they will give you a template. For example, like Ajahn Dalara saying that, hey, if you want to do the annual report, you need to fill up this kind of particular point, and then that's it. If you want to go to the conference, you need to use this kind of template, this reference, use how many words, use kind of that. If you want to write a paper, you need to follow the surrounding of this theme, this title, this title. That's why it's easy, right? So I think that we just follow the template. And then another point about the plagiarism or the copy mistake or kind of that. Actually, there is a lot of copy and paste globally before. And then this is, they try to make the solution that how can we protect it. So this is the reason why there is the global requirement for the graduate student. Once you finish or you do any report, you need to publish. If not, you will not require to be the graduate people, kind of that. Then once you publish online, then we have the radar to check you.
Yeah.
And then once you are already a graduate for about 5 years already, they found it.
Yeah.
What happened?
ถอนปริญญา
Yeah. In Thai, they say that we are living in the โลกหูทิพย์ตาทิพย์ นะ in kinds of the English we call the digital print kind fingerprints, footprint kind of that. So this is the reason why. So I think that there is no magic in reading and writing. no magic. Like Chandalalat, she keep
Practice.
practicing for long.
Yeah.
Then the fast track is just breathe in your field.
Yeah.
Like Kunwala, he's very determined. He's very focused in his area, like marine or oceanic, kind of that. Then you will be the expert in that one. And then yes, kind of that. Yeah. And then Connie, no doubt, because she's nursing, kind medicine, health issue, kind of that. No doubt, Connie. Albert, what is your positioning? What is your selling point?
I work as a translator, but I think I interested in gender study and psychoanalysis.
Okay, gender and psychology or kind of that. So you and then your topic is very broad in kinds of gender is also broad. Gender in what? Gender in the kind of human life, gender in kind of all right. And then psychology is also very broad. You need to be like a more specific. If you are very specific, then you can practice in a more specific way.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will try.
Yeah.
Because like in the development sector, we see gender as a cross-cutting issue. It's go everywhere, whether within like a women issue or environment in climate change, gender will be cross-cutting. So as Ajahn Kamonrat mentioned, like if you can scope your gender, the interest around that, like within what field, it will help you pay more like a focus or easier to get the information to support your writing or the papers if you're planning to do a thesis on this one.
Yeah. And then like now there is a new business. For example, like people afraid about the kinds of plagiarism, and then in education they also have very competitive in kinds of ranking or citation rating or kind of that. So we have a lot of journal that need the article, especially the article from ASEAN, Asia, ASEAN, and kind of that. So I think that, for example, like our program, we are approached, we got approached from many of journal to write up the article, and then we saying that okay, we'll keep that. Right now we have a lot of article that's keep asking that, hey, ASEAN, what issue that you have, kind of that. I think that we can share with you. Pami, would you like to share? Can you share our website to see the journal partners, right? So many journal that waiting for your article, kind of that. So I think that the most important is the standing point or your positioning. That how can you make it? For example, I show that. Yes. Okay, please. Yeah. Is that one? Pami, can you show? We go to the publication partner down there. That. This one and this one AJODL is among the five among the ASEAN country, right? This one. They are welcome for all the ASEAN interest issue, right? I am also the editorial board in this one. We take turn to be the chief editorial. So like now the Malaysia university is the chief of this. So we can submit our article in this. And then at the beginning, if you would like to start with the Thai, we can come to Jodil, JODIL. This one is in Thai, right? And then also, if you would like to have in kind of like Connie, Pami, we go to the publication partners down there. It's not yet come, right? The
Bangkok University. Or...
there is the publication that's a post us a few days ago in the health issue from the nursing council. Connie, they post us. Mami, can you show us the journal from the nursing council, right? The new one. This one they closed during the COVID, but right now there is a tier 1. You see that it's about the kinds of the psychology also, humanity, society, a kind of that. Yeah, this is tier 1 and also the ACI, ASEAN Citation Index, TCI, Thailand Citation Index, kind of that. So we have a lot of articles to welcome you, kind of that. Okay. And then the latest one is in the nursing council. Okay. Yes. Thank you, Pami. Okay. So I think that before we close the session tonight, we have any kinds of update issue from UT, please, about the assignment, about any particular problem that you confront, please. Let me check that Dr. June is with us tonight. And then Dr. Pong is not there. Okay, Dr. June can be the representative. Okay, any problem about the assignment? We have sent, not sent, we have informed the lecturer to check your assignment, and then they're still not send it back yet, so it's still going on, so you can get the feedback so soon. And then for the learning right now, the learning from the module is module 3 in both subjects, right? The in the Silo 1, the Silo 1 right now will be about what? What is that? Silo 1 is about the ICT, no? Silo 1. I forgot. Silo 1 will be about the ICT.
Telecommunication. Model 3, right?
Okay. Okay. Yes. Yeah. So just follow the clip, and then that's it, right? And then in about the theory, Dr. Madeline Suva from the University of the Philippines will come and lab up for you later on. Yeah. Any problem from your side?
I didn't understand telecommunication that the professionals describe on the clip.
Or it's difficult for you to understand, right?
It's difficult for me to understand. I would like to know how to find the document to make us understand more about his video clip.
Okay, you want him to yeah, because Mr. Achis is his speaking is not so clear actually, right?
I try to look the display that he explains that he explain me, but I didn't understand. I have no knowledge background about that.
Okay.
Like that.
Okay. Okay. So I think that we might invite the one from NBTC, the telecom Gosotosho, to share with you in this one, and then some resources also. Yeah.
In case of video clip from Ajahn Anothai, she has a document under the video clip that I can click and read it. So in the telecommunication have no document. And so the document, there is a text document or Thai document.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. We have that.
Can we have Dr. Po joining us?
Yeah, can be. Yeah.
I mean, if the ITU is not available, I mean, but if he can be with us, then that would be great.
Yeah. Actually, actually, I'm the committee in the NBTC journal. So many journal that is relevant to the telecom system. So I think that I can upload to you. Then you can have some background idea because telecom system is very interesting and very important. We need to know about that. And also it's very relevant to kinds of your oceanic issue also because it linked with the satellite system or kind of that. I think that we can invite some people to share with you about this. Okay. And then some resources, right? Some resources. Okay. Yes. What else that you would like to share? I think that Connie may like some person from the nursing or some medical people to share, no? Okay. Nothing else, right? Just enjoy, no? How is life going on? Good?
New normal.
New normal. Tomorrow, our university will start in the same track already. So,
Okay.
yeah. How about you all? How about Singapore?
Singapore is reaching to end up of the circuit breaker. Circuit breaker is a protection measure.
In US, I think Trump announced to be the June 8th, right? June 8th, right? Yeah. Be reopened again. Yeah. What about the situation in the nursing world?
In my hospital is no case.
Oh,
Because it's friend.
okay. Albert.
But in the sea, sorry.
Yes. Yes.
In the sea, we have a lot of legal action. Since we have a COVID-19 situation in other regions, like illegal fishing, trafficking humans, abuse the labor enforcement.
Yeah.
Kind of the private, like a thief private.
Yeah.
Have a lot of many illegal issue in our sea.
Yeah, I think that your work is very important, and I think that you need to be very focused in your particular content because most of the time people they don't aware about this kind of oceanic or sea, territory kind of that. So even especially the small fishermen, they don't totally know, right? What's happening up the sea boundary kind of that. Ajahn, you used to traveling along the ASEAN Sea coast, right?
Yeah.
During that time, you invite me also to join from Malaysia to Indonesia, and then what's up?
No, it's regarding the boat. It's just from northern Thailand along the Mekong River to Vientiane. But there is also like by that time there is like an ASEAN friendship scheme, something where I think sponsored by Japanese government. They brought ASEAN youth to be on the same boat and then traveling and visiting different ASEAN countries and learn and exchange. So that is kind of program. But I also like in my organization back to Kunwara, we also observe that like a monitor the illegal actions, especially in relation to wildlife, illegal wildlife trade. Yeah, not just along the ocean, but also along the border as well, like during the COVID. Yeah. We also have some evidence of that. Very interesting.
Yeah, but not include the human trafficking or human migration, no. Right?
There are other agencies that looking into it, but just for I'm working for traffic is another NGO.
Yeah.
Traffic specialized in wildlife trafficking. So
Yeah.
this is what we are monitoring, and we work with different like a shipping agencies,
Mm.
both like the airlines as well, and also those cargoes because it's come everywhere. The illegal wildlife trade is, yeah, you can see it everywhere.
Yeah. That is very specific, but we need to work in very in-depth, right? For example, like Kunbala, the work, he need to read a lot. It's very in-depth. You have to have a lot of information and work on that, right? If you have lots of knowledge about this kind of the sea territory or kind of oceanic issue, then you will finally analyze by yourself, and then it will be consensus to be like oh, this is the topic that I need to communicate with the Thai people. I need to make it happen. I need to clear it out for the Thai people or the ASEAN member country. Finally, we be like that
Yeah.
because Thai people have very least knowledge about this one. I think
Yeah.
yes.
And working like in the communication field, this is just my observation. I see that in the past we may see a lot of jobs looking for PRs, right? But nowadays you will see a very specific field, just like the one that I shared the other days, ocean science communication expert or communication officer. You will see that, and you will see climate change communication expert or officers. So this, I think, this is more and more we will see like a way they people are looking for specialized communicator to work on the certain topics. It's not just like a general or broad PR anymore. There
Yeah.
might be in the business sector, but in the development more will be very, very specific. Even like a gender communication officer.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, very good point. This one, like now, last week I got the contact from WHO. He asked me about do you have any student or the one that you recommend to work as the communication in the field of active aging or the healthy aging kind of
Yeah.
that. Welcome the aging society kind of that.
Mm.
So this is more specific. So this let me think about Connie. Wow. If Connie good in kinds of this one, and then she prepared to jump from the nursing world into the WHO world, that would be the way. Kind of
You will
that.
get higher pay with the
Yeah.
WHO.
Yeah.
Bigger payment, I can confirm.
Yeah. Yeah. But the nurses also have a good income, huh, Chan ma'am?
Yeah. I mean, when you work for the people, for the environment, it doesn't have to be like a very low pace all the time, because what these people pay, they pay for your expertise,
Mm.
and
Yeah.
that is valuable. And if you are very good, they are willing to pay higher to have you in the team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So to be a nurse is okay, Connie. You
Okay.
happy?
And he said, I'm happy already.
Because to work with the UN agency, you need to travel a lot, right?
If
Yeah.
I see go,
Huh? Huh?
if go, I
Yeah.
would love to.
Yeah, really. Yes. Okay, so I think that tonight we got a big learn kinds of that nobody can help us. We need to help ourselves in the finding ourselves what is our passion in which particular uh, you will get the degree, master degree. Master means expertise. Your expertise in what? In the healthy aging. Like some doctor, medical doctor, once they finish the bachelor, and then they want to further the education, I ask them, what you want to go for specialist? She said she want to be the expertise in the aging field, kind of that. Have to go specific, and then a lot of opportunity waiting for you all. Yes, but Ajahn, we forgot again. We promised to each other that we will let them speak.
Exactly. Sorry. Okay, Kun Vara.
This Suchat turn. This is Suchat turn.
Suchat, please.
Oh.
Turn.
Suchat, who are you? What is you?
I'm translator. Now nothing in my mind. I don't have nothing.
You do the written translation, right? Or
Yes.
the
Written translation.
But if you can make the simultaneous translation, that is a big pay, right, Ajahn Dalarat?
Very,
Yeah.
very.
It is
Pay
called
hour.
interpreter.
Yeah.
If it translated by my mouth, something like that.
Yeah, because it's interactive translation. So you have to be very keen in that. And then for the big payment, for example, like I know one of the translator, we contact him to do the duty of simultaneous translation. He said that what issue? And then it's an issue about the human trafficking. He said, no, I'm not skilled in that.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm skilled in environment, gender, medical science, kind of that. So, yeah, kind of that.
Yeah. I think similar to writer, like you don't write about anything that you don't know because it's dangerous. Yeah, you can make error easily. Yeah.
Okay, so tonight it's quite okay for you all. Once a week that we meet. Next week, next Sunday, it will be very exciting, I would tell you. Just enjoy because the final exam it will be early August. They still not fixed it yet. They just check that what is the second wave will come or not. If no more second wave of the COVID, so it will be about the end of July. But I think that early August would be quite sure. Early August. Once I know it, I will immediately tell you because Kumala would like to come back to Thailand. Yes. Okay.
So throughout June, you are not allowed to fly in, right? Is that right?
Yes.
You still close the business.
Yeah. Early August. And then September we start the new semester again. Next semester it will be very focused in research. So this is the reason why this semester we just let you la because I would like to let you see the overall and then make sure that what is your passion. And then in the second semester you need to pick up only one to be your thesis. So that's why. That's it.
I confirm about it when I see the dashboard on my screen that show how many percent that I finished the lesson or the module in dashboard. That is mean it's a long time that I think I read a lot. Module 1, module 2, but it still is like a less percent, less of the number percent that show me in my dashboard.
Right.
So I don't know when we reach to the examination day, what the percent in the dashboard should be. 80% for finish the lesson or up to you can read something like that.
Okay. Oh, actually, the Pami, can you tell that? Actually, Ajahn Jun will Ajahn Jun, Ajahn Pong will saying that okay, they left already. So next week we'll reflecting this issue to you, right? Yes. Okay, Pami, take note with this, right? Then we can share. Okay. Okay. Good day. Good Sunday, huh?
Okay, good night, everyone. Then.
Night. Enjoy, nah?
ใช่ครับอาจารย์
Okay. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Take care.
Take care.
สวัสดีครับ see you later
And last week,
Bye.
bye. See you.